What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at Team 17 and Overborder Studios' newest offering, Thymesia. As far as I know, this is the inaugural release for Overborder Studios. I don't think they've really... I looked around on Steam, I searched their name, and it seemed like this is their main kind of flagship thing that they've been working on. If you haven't seen it before, it is a Soulsy action RPG from the perspective of a plague doctor. Much more than that, I can't really tell you, because it's more or less been mum's the word on this game ever since it was announced. However, the game is available right now. You can go and download it and get it. That link will be included down below. Today, we're going to spend about 30 minutes with the game. These are my first impressions. This is not one of those videos where I did like 12 hours of, playing the game and research before I go on in. So it's going to have a little bit of like pseudo review in there. This is very much an impressions preview, and so I'm going to do my best to give you my thoughts as we dive on into the game and check it out, but just be forewarned that this one's coming a little bit off the cuff. Aside from the link to the game that you'll find down below, you can find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream just in case you wanted to hang out live. I'm live most days of the week, and I'd love to hang out. Let's go ahead and play the game before we waste any more of our 30 minutes on talking. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. It wasn't until the livestock began dying and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain that they realized a deadly plague had befallen them. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the sickness and ghastly creatures, but their efforts were futile, and despair engulfed the entire continent. Hermes' kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of a miraculous alchemical science, which could turn the plague into a cure. As the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. But there is a light, and there will always be shadow. Or where there is a light, I suppose. Reading is hard. Okay, so there's our character right there. We can move around with W, A, S, and D. We can look around and interact with objects. Okay, I'm glad to see the game is, like, supporting mouse controls. I find with a lot of these Soulsy games, like, they don't really put a whole lot of effort into, like, the PC presentation, and instead at the beginning of the game, they'll just put, like, a little pop-up. Like a little splash screen that's just like, yeah, use a controller. And that always irks me, because it's like you're releasing onto the PC, like, yes, USB controllers do exist, but, like, to me, it's one of those things that if I released an Xbox game, and at the beginning of the Xbox game it was like, hey, just use a mouse and keyboard, you know what I mean? It feels the same way to me. Like, every single game that's going to be ported to multiple sources should have a well-designed control scheme for each of those platforms, you know what I mean? Let's see here. Saber attack, wounds, and execution. All right, so we can attack with left click, we can dodge with space. Fairly standard stuff right there. Apparently, wounds happen when you strike on the enemy, and then when the enemy's health and wounds are both 0, they become dazed. When they are dazed, you may execute them. All right, well, I'll feel it out, and we got a little bit of motion blur going on. I'm not a big motion blur guy. Luckily, motion blur is indeed an option that you can just whack right here and get rid of it if you don't like it. I have made, well, do I have to apply it first? Okay, we'll apply it. There we go. Hey, and the buttons are clickable too. I don't have to actually use the keyboard. Very nice. Good stuff. That's one of those little details that I feel like gets thrown out with the bathwater. What's up with this dude? Okay, yeah, I'd rather not get slashed with a giant woodworking tool. That guy's now dead. Do I have like a lock? I do. Okay, so we can lock on right there. Down he goes. I feel like they've got a reasonable amount of impact on the attacks right there. We'll have to get a little bit further on into the game and do some more fighting to really get a feel for it, but the sound effects and the motions feel kind of on point. It's a tad more arcadey. I feel like it has a little bit more in common with its combat scheme and its combat model with like Neo than it does with like Dark Souls. It's a little bit less weighty and it's a little bit faster, but I feel like it works pretty. I just stabbed a random lady, dude. I don't feel good about. Okay, I've got a parry. That's never a good thing. It's expecting me to be competent. Games should never expect me to be competent. Every time I'm expected to show any... Can I break these? Oh, I can. Are there going to be like little hidden loot troves or anything back here? That's definitely one of those locations that I felt like there would be like a shiny. Ah, there's a shiny back here. What do we have here? Paper on the ground. A deadly silence hangs over the streets and the city is sealed off. There's no food to be found, nor any water. Okay. What does right click do? Like, I do have, like, a parry right there with my little rondelle dagger or whatever it is. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, the Hermes Kingdom is declaring a state of emergency. All citizens must abide by the following orders. All citizens are forbidden from going out. Essential supplies are distributed by knights. Any sightings of plague-like symptoms or mutations must be immediately reported to the knights to be dealt with. Any corpses or unclean objects must be handed over to the relevant personnel for incineration and purification. Effective date immediately. Can I break this wall down right here? I cannot. Okay, it kind of looked like it would be... There's definitely an interior. Is there a way to get in there? From the direction we traveled, it does not appear as though there's a way to get in there. So I think we probably got to go around the other side and get to, like, the back door, I guess. We'll be a backdoor adventurer out here. I've already figured out the lock on. I needed that pretty quickly. All right, so we've got a number of people that are obviously trying to harm us. They're waving edged weapons around. Let's see if we can just kind of knock out one of them right here. And then we'll dodge away from this guy. I do want to try the parry out and see how that goes. Okay, screwed the pooch right there. Let's try it again. Oh, too early on that one, too. Okay, so it's fairly tight on how far the parry goes. Oh, that was a different attack than I was ready for. I think that one was probably on, but I was too far back. Hey, there it is, and you get an instant execute if you can parry him. Yeah, it's got a pretty tight window. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit more, but as far as games like this goes, I think the parry window is a little bit more precise than some of the other titles. There's always, like with that parry window, depending on the game that you're playing, you never quite know how wide the kind of frame is going to be at where you have to stop them. You are the Devourer. Wield your claws. Oh, apparently I have a magic attack, too. Okay. Fair enough. That guy looks to have the exact same kind of combat thing going on. Oh, it eliminates the green bar. Gotcha. So you kind of want to keep it in cohesion then. Okay. So like the white bar is like their health, the green is their wounds, but you can't damage the wounds until you've got the health down, I guess. Or you can go in with the claw, and when you go in with the claw, it eliminates the green bar so you can keep it kind of in alignment. I think that could probably be used fairly creatively as you get further on into the game, but for right now, don't see how that's going to work, but I'm open to, like, seeing. Let's get a little bit further on in. Each enemy has a unique plague weapon, and Corvus can reave this for his own use. Hold down the right click to fully charge your claw and release to reave a plague weapon. Reave deals even more damage to enemy wounds, and it will prevent them from healing. Corvus is vulnerable while charging the claw, so use it on dazed enemies. Why wouldn't I just execute him? Oh, it's because I'm, like, stealing their weapons, so now I've got, like, a plague axe. Gotcha. Okay. Ah, I see. All right. Does that combo in smoothly? It does not. So you actually have to cast that kind of well, mine's on cooldown right now. Oh, I only get it once. I think it may have fallen off my character, actually. I get like that one deployment, and that's about it. Do you have a plague weapon? That guy's now down. I need to get over here and exit. Ow. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, hey, hey. Enough with the knifey, stabby, stabby. There we go. I'm going to use my potion right there. Okay. Yeah, I could see that working. What weapon did I got? I got a dagger out. What does the dagger do? Oh, it just makes you stab. Okay, perfect. I thought maybe he would throw it or something. It's unfortunate that it's single use because like each one I need to test it out to see exactly what it does before I can use it intelligently, and using it up to see what it does makes it go away. And so like we'll keep stealing weapons from people, but like I do feel bad about sort of wasting it just finding out what the animation looks like. The King's Dagger and the Gray Armor. They are our last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of the sickness. The game seems to be running really, really well. I have no frame chugs or anything else that are happening at the moment. Taking a look at my OBS, it looks like I'm actually only really using up like 1% of the CPU in order to both run and in order to record the game simultaneously. Oh, you're a bad guy. Okay, you kind of want to hurt me, but you're actually... Okay, let's see if we'll get you with that guy right there. And let me get that axe, baby. There we go. I ripped the axe from your soul. Now that I've ripped the axe from his soul, I do kind of want to take a look around this area. Dude, there's a lot of blood slushy around. What happened to this guy? Oh, this guy got, like, stabbed in the head with a crowbar or something. All right. Feels bad. I've only got 2 heals left, so I'm going to relax on their usage. Looks like I can break that down, but it doesn't look like there's anything back there. I'm an explorer. That's my Skinner box type. I bring this up all the time on the internet, but I'm the kind of person that combs through every single level, finding every single secret before I move on. That's where I am the most video game actualized. Resting at a beacon saves your progress, refills your potions, restores... Okay, cool. It's a campfire. Gotcha. All right, so the beacon has been found. Oh, what's up with the wispy ash ghost over here? Okay, so I've got to sit atop my toilet throne for a moment and consider my options for future adventures. Right now, it looks like everything has been locked. We also have ways that we can interact with our plague weapon, so I'm kind of wondering if we can infuse it with, like, currency or something like that. We are picking up souls. Never mind, it's in the top right-hand corner. I didn't see any kind of, like, swooshy-wooshy thing happening when I killed a guy. Feathers as lethal as iron arrows pierce their weakness. Critical attacks and feather attacks. When a green light appears before an enemy attack, they're doing a critical attack that cannot be deflected. Okay, so it's like a red attack. Gotcha. Instead, Corvus must move out of range or use a feather attack. Use your left control to throw a feather and interrupt the enemy attack before the enemy's critical attack hits Corvus. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a little... Oh, I've got limited feathers. Gotcha. Okay, where's that feather attack at? Oh, he had a little bit more leap than I... Ow. Okay, yeah, I'm getting rocked right now. Fair enough. Big sword hurt my face. I don't like fighting in this little corridor right here. This kind of concerns me. Is he going to jump again? Like, I know you want to do that jump attack, bro. I could... Oh, my feather hit the wall. Okay. Let's put a little bit of something on him right now. We're not even really doing much at the moment. Oh, he walked back. Gotcha. He's actually got like a turnaround attack too. Give him one of those. Kind of stay out of the way. I feel like I hit him with the feather thing, but maybe I have to be closer. Like maybe they're going to incentivize kind of like being up in his business. I don't know. Let's let him disengage. I'm going to sit down and chill at the fire one more time. Because I definitely threw the feather right there, so I'm guessing it's got a much more limited range. I also don't know if it's expecting me to parry, so he may be expected to parry here. Like, dodging may not be an optimal option. Okay, alright, alright. And I think he does the jump after the next swing. Okay, alright, fair enough. Oh, dodged the wrong direction. Yep, that's gonna hurt. I'm getting rocked right now, dude. There is like no animation break on the dodge. Like, you just kind of have to do it. Let me go ahead and get some health in me. Alright. Ooh, that was nice. I'll take that. Yeah, I feel like that went okay. Are you going to try to jump in on me? Ooh, stayed out of the way of that one, too. Oh, he parried me. Oh, God. Okay. Fair enough. Wasn't quick enough on the draw right there. Should have been faster. I'm trying to get that green bar down. Oh, my God, dude. I'm animation locked right now, in case you were wondering. Like, while I was staggered, basically, there's nowhere I'm going. I'm getting, like, overly aggressive right now. Because I feel like I have to be. Man, he's got reach. We got this. We're okay. Things are not so bad just yet. Oh, that was a really, really, really fast parry that he got me with right there. Did not see that coming. So there's a little bit of clunk to the combat. It doesn't feel quite as smooth as I would expect. So like the dodge animation definitely locks you down. And there's definitely kind of like no real animation break in there. And I think that's what I'm searching for. Is like in other Souls-like games, you can dash into an attack basically. Dash into a tap, tap, step stab. Like step stab basically. And that's what I keep trying to feel out because I'm used to playing Elden Ring, and so I need to relearn the controls effectively. But the things that you do in this game feel like they have to be consequential. Like if you dodge, you have to dedicate to that dodge because that dodge is now your plan. Let's take a run at this guy one more time. I'm also going to get my little, my whatever they are, dudes. Okay. Let's just get a little love tap off right there. I mean, he can go for that if he wants to. I gotta stop getting greedy out here. My greed is gonna get me killed. There we go. Let's knock off some of that green bar. You do get iframes in the dodge, though, because the sword passed obviously right through us right there. Just kind of back off a little bit. Oh, there was the stun. That was nice. I don't love this corner that I'm in. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna focus on getting the timing of just staying out of the way down. Oh, he bounced back out of that one quick. I am gonna have to re-keybind. Control is a bad spot for the interrupt to be at. I don't feel good about it being a little bit more green bar off. Get a little bit more off right there. This is a reasonably long fight right here. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing, man. I'm just gonna light you up a little. Oh, okay. Yeah, spin dodge away. Spin move! Oh, the green bar fell off. He auto-regened it. Okay. Oh, when he does the parry, I gotta get him with... Okay. I see what's happening here. There's one right there. Get him with a little bit of that action. Oh, that was a poor decision, my friend. You should not have done... I'm going to steal his weapon. Give me it! Did I get his weapon? Oh, I did. I got like a claymore or something. Very nice. Okay. So definitely very, very deliberate movement in this game. So, like, there's no, like, modifying the direction that you dodge into. Like, you are stuck on that vector until the dodge is done. That means that there's no, like, kind of double or triple dodging your way out of a situation, because as you may have noticed, the game has no stamina bar to balance out, like, the infinite dodging. And so that's why they've made the dodging a little bit heavier here, and they've made the dodging a little bit more deliberate and a little bit more consequential and weighty when it comes to the overall kind of tempo of a fight. That having been said, that means that the accentuation here is going to be on timing when you dodge an attack. You need the dodge to be like right at that critical moment to give you the iframes that'll get you away from an attack, basically. We do have a key. I assume that it goes to this gate right here. Actually, maybe I should go back and... Let me go back and save. Am I going to have to fight him again if I go back and save? Not going to risk it. Let's plunge forward. That might be a little bit too much of a setback for me right now. I feel like I mostly lucked through that fight, taking very, very little damage, all by my lonesome. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, and after the outbreak, they have all gone mad. As I was saying, I feel like I sort of lucked through that fight while taking very, very little damage somehow. And I can't explain precisely how I did it, but I did it, and we're not going to question it. We're just going to keep our cards close to our chest, and oh, this seems like... I mean, there's blood running down the stairs. Am I about to get Indiana Jones'd? Is this like a ha-ha-ha situation? I'm going to go this way. This way seems less scary. I do like that there's a level of verticality and sort of like suburban clumping to the game, where you can go through an area to look down on another area where you previously were. It's nice that it gives you... Oh, there's a spear guy. I don't even know what he does. Spear guy, what do you do? He's got like a little triple stab. Okay. I keep hitting the wrong button for that, and I don't know why I keep doing it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was painful. And I stole... Okay, so you can steal his weapon before the execution, too. Oh, that may have been a little bit overly aggressive. All right, let's finish him off. I probably should have stole his spear again. Ooh, that was a nice little fatality right there. Go to sleep, little booger buddy. Yeah, exactly. Turn into little booger worms. It's what you deserve for trying to spear me. Do I get lit on fire if I go over here? Doesn't look like it. I just wanted to see if I was ignitable, like if I was open to ignition. All right, let's go on inside this creepy building over here. I don't see anything that looks important. There's a weird spot for the collision to be right there. That's awfully far back from the wall. Huh. Okay. Let's carry it back on down. We've got another enemy right there. I heal for 150 with my potion. And so I'd rather not use up all my potions right now. Yeah, bop that dude, and then let's steal his axe real quick. I don't really like the axe as like a magic weapon. I definitely preferred the claymore, and I definitely preferred the spear. So it seems like the stuff you pull off the guys with more sophisticated attack patterns and whatnot tend to be a little bit better for what you're trying to do out here. That one's dead. The pathway to all regions of the kingdom are lined with monsters or blocked by soldiers. None can leave and none can enter. I'm a little bit concerned by the lack of itemization that we've seen so far. So from what I can see, we've got saber attacks, we've got deflections over here, we've got our claw, we've got our feather, we've got our strategies. We do have a bloodstained dagger. Use this to return to the last beacon and lose all your memory shards. Oh, I can like stab myself? I don't think I want to do that. That feels like something that's... Yeah, it actually doesn't look like we have equipment or anything else right there. They're probably trying to keep the scope of the game small, since you're absorbing your weapons from the enemies that you're fighting with. But I do think that games like this do lose something when there's not like armor and like weapons and things you can find around. Things of that nature tend to act as really, really good catalysts to force the player to explore and basically get out there and find things. And the lack thereof, I find with these Soulsy games, tends to result in the game feeling a little bit linear. Don't know if that's going to happen in the case of this game, but I am concerned about the lack of weapons and things and like items that we've been picking up so far. Okay, a little early on the dodge right there. Yeah, let's just get a little bit of that off right there. I'm just going to not get greedy. I'm just going to chill. I do need to get some of that green bar gone. I need to stop back dodging. Back dodging is going to get me in trouble in this fight, I can tell already. You gonna jump at me anytime soon? Come on, partner, jump at me. There we go. Get a little bit of a scuffy off right there. Big attack on that. Actually, he's kind of spry for a big boy. He's got a little bit of speed to him. All right. Yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, that's me being dead. I would say that I am especially dead. Like, solidly, ridiculously dead. I do like that the boss had, like, a execution animation, though, when he drops you. Nothing to really rub the salt into the wound, like giving the boss, like, a super cool anime sequence. Oh, I was supposed to lose right there? Oh, that fight felt winnable to me. But maybe it's just because I've gotten used to playing these Soulsy-type games that I feel like even when the health bar does not go down very much when I'm hitting the enemy, I'm like, all right, they expect me to win this. I just got to tighten up. I got to figure out my parry window. I got to figure out my iframes. I just got to get good. Like, I've gotten used to those fights actually being serious. A little bit of dialogue to chug through, though. Corvus, you're finally awake. I was worried about you. You were badly hurt. Luckily, you made it back in time. Corvus, do you remember what you did? You need the right formula to use Hermes' answer. It appears that the injury caused you to lose your memories, so perhaps it would be helpful to start with a description of what you do still remember. Come back when you've got your memories in order. Until then, you can walk around. It might help jog your memory. Okay, so there's like knives, there's axes, there's workbenches, things of that nature. I do like the art style of the game. Like, I do like the world that they've got built with all the shelves and kind of like the reclaimed wood and whatnot. It sort of reminds me of Dragon's Dogma, which is like one of my most favorite underrated games ever. All right, let's go take a walk around, take a little trip out here. Corvus can recall memories by revisiting locations and quests in the map. More memories and locations are unlocked when you start to remember. Oh, so there is a function to reading all these diaries right here. So reading these diaries, it's going to unlock my memories of places. Then I go to those places in order to go through them. And like maybe as I remember places, they get more sophisticated. So there's a reason to like double play previous maps. I'm just extrapolating right now, but I don't know for sure. Philosopher's Hill is the royal family's sanctuary. Every fall, Father would take us there. He says that on the hill, he is not king, but merely a father and a friend. There is no need for formalities here, he would say. After the outbreak, domestic matters became pressing, and our visits to this place grow less and less. We are getting a pop-up on the right whenever I read something, so that's going to be like a world map right there, I bet. Is there anything upstairs that I can take a look at? We'll go ahead and like just kind of take a look at these real fast because we're getting a little bit short on time as far as the YouTube goes, or the YouTube video goes, and so I would prefer to basically kind of just get through these and figure out what the memories are unlocking, and then we'll go take a look at the table. All right, I think I got everything. I think I knocked it all out. Let's take a look at the map table and kind of see what happens here. So we've got the Sea of Trees. In the early days, the nobles banished all the criminals poor and sickly to the lower level of the kingdom known as the Sea of Trees. Okay. And it says to, what does it say? Search for the cores. All right. Let's take a look. The Sea of Trees. It definitely seems like there's a lot of trees here. Apparently the game is now going to allow me to level up, which is good because progression systems are one of those things that a prospective buyer of this game would more than likely prefer to take a look at. So it looks like we can go with 3 separate stats right here. Not a huge subdivision of stats that we can upgrade. But we've got strength, and it looks like that affects our attack damage and the amount of wounds we inflict. We've got vitality, which looks like it just increases our health flatly. And then we've got claw damage, which is going to increase our energy and our claw damage, or plague, I guess. Okay. Let's go for default. Oh, it's only 1 damage per upgrade. Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to have to put some points into this stuff before we get, like, the full benefit. All right. Normally when I'm playing Dark Souls or whatever, I'm one of those mooks that just, like, dumps everything into stamina because, you know, I'm a forehead-ass block newbie. But, like, I run shields and stuff. Ah, finish him. I do like the claw attack. Like, if you get it right, it does feel... Oh, hello. What's going on back here? Man, I keep finding these little nooks, but there's, like, nothing inside of them. That would have been a great place to put a thing. Like, just take that one right there and then put it inside of there because it would be visible as you were walking up here on the right. Okay, she's down. I'm going to need a fatality right there real fast. I haven't been parrying at all, and I'm so sorry to those of you that are like parry gods in games like this, but I have just never mastered the art of parrying in Dark Souls style games. I've just never been able to do it. I just forehead my way through it and hope for the best, man. That's how I live my life. A little bit of like a soul reaver. Oh, he dropped something. What did he drop? A hand axe. It's a skill shard? Oh, does it make my absorption, like, have more charges or something so that I don't have to drain it quite as frequently? Ooh, hold on. Let's take a look at that and figure out what it is. Skill shards. Collect enough skill shards and you can upgrade and, okay, unlock and upgrade plague weapons at the beacon. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're starting to see some items get dropped. I think what we were playing previously was just a prolonged tutorial, effectively. Hey, get him with one of those right there. Oh, that didn't do anything. Fine, I'm gonna hit you with an axe then. Perfect, just go down. Just go to sleep. Shh. The doctor is in. Should probably heal pretty soon. Should probably learn my parry window as well. Just stop being a giant, ridiculous noob. But like, you know. They don't have like a flick to their weapons. I keep expecting there to be a flick on the attacks. And I don't know why I keep expecting a flick, but I keep expecting a flick. Oh, he kicked me. Yeah, he interrupted my claw right there. Oh god. Oh yeah, that really hurt. Yeah, getting bopped in this game is stingy, man. You definitely don't want to get bopped. He dropped the thing as well. Is it another hand axe shard? It is. I've already used up like a lot of my resources just getting up this stairwell. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that there's probably a pretty good chance for like a skill gap issue here, where like I've just gotten too used to games that allow me to push pause and, you know, go through the forest hugging my friends and living a life of relative non-conflict. And this game is now being like, nah, bro, we on that real life right now. You know, part of me wants to drop right here, and the other part of me feels like that's a terrible, terrible idea. There is a ladder right there. Is there fall damage? Not from that height, anyways. Oh, it looped back. I opened up a lot. Oh, the game is being kind and generous to me right now. Oh, there's skill trees. There's our progression. I'm so glad to see that. Because if I had not seen this, all right, if I had not seen this, I would have been like, okay, it's kind of like a more boss rush, like, it's more of a boss rush focused version of the Souls formula. But actually, we have skill trees in here and things we can play around with. We get talent points and whatnot. Okay. So we can get a 3-hit combo for our saber attack, while in the air we can do a fast downward strike. Did he just launch over the top of that guy's spear? And then also, how did he do that? That was a sick animation, and I have no idea how to do that thing. Huh. So our deflection, use the dagger to fend off enemy attacks. It's already unlocked. We can go deflect level 2. Does that give me a wider window? Oh, we also get a block mode. Okay, so we have like a block over here as well. Ooh, we've got a double dodge skid right there. I'll take that. I'll take that. Dodge towards the enemy right before their critical attack. Yeah, I'm the kind of person that dodges into enemies, so yeah, I think that's a good idea. As you've noticed, my dodges usually go forwards or backwards. I'm not a big side dodger. And so anyways, we'll learn those. And now that we have them, do I have enough to level anything up? Let's go for a little bit more attack. Oh, I don't have enough. Never mind. We can't attack nothing. Alright, let's see how this dodge works. Yeah, it definitely gives you like a kick dodge skid type deal. Oh, that makes the dodge feel much better. Okay. With the double kick dodge, that feel... Yeah, see, now I can change directions. Now I'm no longer, like, dedicated. I can insert, like, a perpendicularity right there to go around corners or to avoid, like, follow-up attacks. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. All right. It's starting to come together. I'm starting to get a feel for the flow of it. I like it. Did I read that already? I must have, right? It's not glowing. Things glow when I've already interacted with them. Tree over there. Let's just finish him off real quick. And then we'll deal with this turd Ferguson over here. Nope, you ain't get me with that kick, bro. I'm on to you. I've seen your tricks already. Oh, he's going to use his shield right there. Okay, that's right. You've got a left hand. Oh, I absorb your... Well, did I absorb his soul? I did. I absorbed his soul. I feel better. Very nice. Very fluid execution right there. I like the way it feels. I do. I do. Now it's all starting to come together. I'll be honest with you, like during the little tutorial phase where we were only like 15 minutes on into the game, I was like, okay, so there's like no weapons and there's no armor and there's no items and like where's the progression going to come from? But I see it coming together now. Interesting. Well, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today we were checking out Thymesia. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you thought it was rad. Hopefully it helped you decide whether or not the game is worth a purchase. I'm being chased down a hallway by a psycho with a knife, and I fear for my safety. But she's now dead. It's okay. We defeated her. Oh, she dropped a thingy. Oh, she dropped a knife shard. Very nice. But anyways, hopefully this 30 minutes was helpful. I'm going to withhold any in-depth thoughts about the game for right now because I haven't quite made up my mind. I do think that once you've got a few skills applied to your character, like a few talents, it does feel like the dodging and whatnot gets a lot more of, ow, hey. Don't kick me in the dick, bro. I'm trying to do my outro right now and you kicked me in the dick, man. That's not just some people, dude. They have no respect for the showmanship of a guy on the internet in his underpants recording a video. I'm telling you. Anyways, it seems like the talents are definitely going to open the game up and make it a lot more fluid. That initial clunkiness that I was observing seems like it was kind of just a beginning of the game thing. Because even with 2 talents in, like, movement feels so much better now, just with the double dodge. And, like, I get the feeling it's going to build on that. I will see you all later, though. Thank you for stopping on in. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we had a little bit of Thymesia. Tomorrow we will have something else. Thank you for hanging out with me and sharing the luxury of your time. I will catch you all later. Bye, everybody.